I happen to think about the ongoing process that you probably encounter at least a few times a year relative to profitable sales and growth. No doubt you have a sales team or you have reps or you have a viable, very interesting, effective website. No question about that. In recent months, especially with regard to the effects of things like the virus and other economic constraints, more and more people are talking with us about variances in gaining profitable sales without the substantial commitment of, for example, acquiring another corporation. Many people do, and that's good because they've thought it out and they've planned and they are moving in that direction. If you are planning to grow and diversify, perhaps add value to your business or make your business management experience enjoyable and very worthwhile, consider a few things that you may want to look into more deeply. An acquisition, of course, is an acquisition of an enterprise. Before you do that, and if you're a second or third generation owner entrepreneur of your business and you are adapting to a global economy and world economic influences, relationships with other corporations are becoming increasingly more popular, more doable, and quicker to effect than an outright substantial acquisition. For example, an alliance. Goldberg Heinz Business Advisors is an alliance. My partners and I all have their separate corporations, and we work together in a very broad structure that is based simply upon our experience, our knowledge, and our mutual intent to go forward with experience-based services to clients. In your case, you may be a manufacturer, you may be a distributor, a service company of some kind, or a professional corporation. When you consider where you want to go, the direction that you want to take, and you have redefined or polished your dream for moving forward and being more successful, more diverse, a bigger presence, consider an alliance with another company that, in your opinion, may, because it would have a defined term period to it, may be an interim step that you want to take that will engage new customers, have access to additional employees by simply marketing together the services or products that both of you produce. You can have an alliance that has a defined geographical boundary in the distribution of products or the possible co-improvements of products, and your mind can go on and on and on. We'd be happy to talk with you about that. A joint venture is a hybrid alliance. It may include significant investments in equipment, in product, in inventory, or manpower. It may include bricks and mortar. It may include leasing space. It may include going overseas. Want to talk about it? We'd be happy to. Then you have license agreements, a very popular, very stable resource for gaining profitable sales. Over in this state or this country, a product is developed and it's in the market and it's in your industry. And perhaps you already know or have heard of the product and you'd like to have an opportunity. Imagine for a moment across the water, Europe, for example, or the Far East or wherever, people in boardrooms of corporations are sitting there saying to themselves, how may we more actively and more effectively gain a presence in the United States market, the vast markets? Their vision of where we are and what we do, especially in your particular case, is unknown to them. They have an idea that perhaps they can get their products in the American market. There are a number of ways to do that. A number of ways. They can license you to manufacture and distribute. They can make it halfway and send it to you for finishing assembly, like in special machines or in gauges or testing equipment or some sort of product that can be built in sections here in this country based on what they've begun in another country. Maybe it's only distribution. Reach out for the relationships with a firm idea as to where you want to go. The conventional sales, the salesperson, the inside salesperson, the rep, if that isn't broke, don't fix it, but add to it. Don't replace it, add to it. There is, because of the evolution of things happening in the world, a vast group of markets that are probably unaware that you even exist. If you're the best kept secret in your industry, perhaps we should talk about options for profitable growth. You have the complete availability and the opportunity to present what you might want to do. And in all probable cases, because of our past experience and successes, we'll find someone who matches what you're thinking about. We ask you to think about it. It isn't an acquisition necessarily. It isn't a merger. It can be similar to that and meet your goals. And then as your confidence, your success, and your presence in the world grows, perhaps an acquisition, the purchase of a product line that a larger company doesn't want anymore, but is sufficient for you and your company to bring a few $1 million, for example, to the market and pay them a royalty for the production and inventory and distribution of a mature product line that they just don't want to do anymore. Think about it. Think about where the world is now and imagine how you can benefit from that. Anytime you want to call any of us, Goldberg Heinz Business Advisors, go to goldbergheinz.com. We'd be happy to talk with you. It's our mission to have you manage your business successfully and not have your business manage you. Look forward to talking to you again. Thanks for listening.